Hi, everybody. Let's do lesson number 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones. But while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will really mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. I love that. Cool that he says you don't have to understand it. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. Cool. It's a relief. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you really understand. I love that. I love that too. You do not need to practice what you really understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. Wow. So it's like you already have understood it. You can just pretend you have. That's cool too. I mean, all these ideas, really cool. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what seems to be pictured before it is not there. I have highlighted that, obviously. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it. No more than it is required for these or any other exercises, each little step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. So this is really cool because you're bringing everything to the light so that it is once healed, and you're just bringing it all to the light to just get the crap out of it. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I did not see this typewriter as it is now. I did not see this key as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. That's true of it is, isn't it? Like when you buy something, it is just an object at that time. But when you start, like the computer, like now the laptop, say for example, you bought a laptop, you have a vision for what you're going to use that laptop for. But till you buy it, it's just a thing. It's just an object there. But once you buy it now, that has some meaning to it because you're now using it for things. You're doing work in it, whatever the thing may be, but you're using it. That's what I feel, my understanding of that. Begin with things that are nearest to you and then extend the range. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. The footnote says typewriters, of course, were quite common when this was dictated in 1969 when Helen took notes. The workbook 2:3, the place over there, it says make no attempt to include anything particular, but be sure that nothing is specifically excluded. Interesting. So I love how Jesus says, even though this idea, you're going to accept it intellectually, it's very unlikely that it will really mean anything to you. See, pretty much you can see like in the lesson he's directing your thoughts where he wants to take you. He meets you at your level and then he wants to take you through the process so that it's the barriers on your mind that you're holding, the beliefs that you're holding are like broken down bit by bit, gently. I just love that. And then he says that the fact that you do not understand is a prerequisite because that's what we are doing. That is a prerequisite for undoing your false beliefs. All the false beliefs that we've held in our mind through conditioning, we were not born with it, but we came to know about it here, and then we were conditioned with it, and then we are to live it. And then while living in it, you find that there is so much suffering you yourself are going through, and then the suffering that you see, and you just wake up one day and see and ask the question, why am I suffering? What's causing all those things? And then you go to the root of it, which is nothing but conditioned beliefs that you were supposed to be like this, like this, like this, and like this. Things like that. You have to get approval. You do it for because society tells you to be like to do this, and so on and so forth. Um, and I love these that these exercises are concerned with practice and not with understanding. Just practice them. You don't question them. You just practice it and see what happens. Because in doing the practice is where we are undoing our beliefs, bringing it up, releasing it, whatever you want, however you want to put it, and then that light, the light within us, heals it. That is so cool. But yeah, once again, just practice um, and see what comes up again, and comment if you feel anything, if there is a burning question, a burning comment that you want to, a burning question that you have. I'll do my best to see what comes through me and answers through me. um, I'm just so grateful for all of you. I'm just so grateful that I'm guided to do this. I'm just very grateful, and I love you, and I hope you all have a great day.